Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiki Loves Nigeria. How y'all doing today? I'm doing just fine. I'm so glad it's not 100 degrees today. It's been 100 degrees all week, and I can't even believe it. But thank God that's over. Thank God that 100-degree heat, thank God that mess is over. Man, for a minute there, I thought I was back in Africa. I was like, oh my God, this was horrible. But it's over. Well, this week at least it's over. We're gonna have a nice temperature. Today it was really nice. I wasn't all hot. I turned the air off and I was able to open the windows and let some fresh air in. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is staying cool. And I hope everybody is ready to talk about what we're gonna talk about tonight. We got to talk about something, not like we don't talk about serious issues, but unfortunately, we have to go back and talk about another woman who has passed away, who was on her journey. She was on her journey to self discovery. And her name was Dana Jackson, Miss Dana Jackson. And Miss Dana Jackson was on her road to self discovery, and she was doing spiritualism. She was practicing voodoo. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we do that, I need to introduce myself. I need to go by my script because I don't want to lose anything. I want to make sure I say everything I'm supposed to say. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this channel. And what we talk about on this channel is a highly interactive channel, which means like the community plays a really active role in the show. Okay. So the show isn't something that I do by myself. It's something that we put on as a community. So your comments are very important. Your emails are very important. You know, you guys, this was a topic that was chosen by one of the community members, Heavy Pedal Time. Excuse me. He chose this topic. Excuse me. He selected this topic. I seen it in the news, and we had both. I guess we watched it around the same time because as soon as he wrote me, I had already saw it on the news. So that's why I say this channel is very interactive, and I like it like that because if we're not talking about things that you guys want to hear, then what's the point? There is no point. And the things that we talk about things that are extremely important to the community. Okay, the topics impact you visiting Africa or even relocating to Africa. Now, I guess you say this is Haiti, Kiki. This is not Africa. Well, what we're talking about in Haiti, this voodoo, it comes from Africa. When you trace it back, you can find it in Africa and you can find it in voodoo. That's where, in Haiti. It has its origins in Africa. And while we're talking about it again, is because the ladies, you remember the ladies who passed away in Africa? You remember them? Well, that's what they were practicing, remember? Remember they have started practicing spirituality. Remember Anja? All of them. All of them was in some form of African spirituality. Let me make sure y'all can hear me before I get going. Good. Okay, good. All of them was in some form of that. All of them was in some form of that. Each woman who has passed away on my channel, they were in some form of African spirituality. All right. All of them, every last one of them were doing this African spirituality. And so was Miss Dana. But she had narrowed it down to she was practicing voodoo. Okay. So that's why we got to talk about it, because a lot of the women go there and they get involved in this spirituality. And this is, unfortunately, they wind up unalived, just like this. Okay. And again, her son thinks that something sinister has happened. I'm not saying that I think sinister has happened. Her son is the one who's saying that he feels like something sinister happened to his mother just because of the narrative that they're telling. It sounds so much like the narrative for the ladies who passed away in Gambia and Ghana. It sounds just, except for the ones we know who were unalived, by we know what happened to them. But the other ones who were just found, it sounds, mysteriously sounds the same way. Now, why are we talking about this? Many people, especially women, middle-aged women and elderly women are relocating to Africa. They're relocating to Africa without thinking about the impact that this relocation will have on them. That's why that's one of the purposes of my channel. Excuse me. I want to help you to understand what impact this move could have, not only could have, but will have on you and your entire life and your family members, including the ones you leave behind. Because the ones you leave behind, they're not going to see you. So they're going to go through some kind of depression and anxiety because that relationship has just ended and they don't know when they're going to see you again. So these things are extremely important, and that's why we talk about them, okay? That's why we talk about these things on my channel. Well, on our channel. Okay, so let's get the comments. Hey, Brown Eyes, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? 2014. Hey, Nana, how you doing? And the slaves brought their voodoo with them to America. Yes, they did. So that whole argument that African, when we came to America, we had no culture, we had nothing. That's just a lie. It's like, how do people erase who you are on the inside? You can't erase who somebody is on the inside. That's impossible. So she's absolutely right. When we came here, when our ancestors came here, they came here with this voodoo inside of them. Okay? They came here with this voodoo inside of them because some of them had practiced it back home. So when they got here, it was the religion that they knew. So they continued to practice it. That's all they knew. They pretended to practice the main religions that they were pushing on them, the Christianity, and Islam. But if you look closely, and Catholicism is another one. If you look closely, you will know that they're still practicing their traditional African spiritual belief systems because they just incorporated them. They just incorporated them into the system. And when you look, when we start going over, because I'm going to do a brief history so you guys will know what I'm talking about, you're going to even see some of the names and some of the way they describe it is like you'll see it in Christianity. So it's like people were borrowing the truth about religion. They were borrowed from other religions. And that's what we have to understand. Like, people borrow from religions. So this Catholicism, the saints, they kind of sound like the voodoo spirits because they borrow from each other. If you research them, you'll see that. Okay. And that's something that I was noticing when I was researching Miss Dana, and also when I researched religion in school, when I studied it in school, that was one of the things I had to study was African spirituality, because I keep telling you, it's extremely important when you go to Africa. Okay, one of the main things you really need to understand is their spiritual belief system, because it impacts everything they do. It's their African spiritual belief system. You have to truly understand that. All right, so we got and then let's see. That's the triple truth, Ruth. Okay, so now let me go back and see where we are. So, however, tonight, like I said, we're going to travel to Haiti. We're going to talk about Haiti. And we're going to show Haiti. We're going to talk about Haiti and voodoo in Haiti. So, a lot of people don't know what voodoo is, or they have like this vision of voodoo that isn't exactly right. It's more, they have like the negative view of voodoo instead of like what it really is. Like it's really a spiritual, traditional, spiritual African belief system that was created years and years and years ago as a way to help us understand the world and help us survive in this world. So, but just like everything, people, there's always a good and there's always a bad. So we're going to talk about what is voodoo so you'll understand what we're talking about and what Miss Dana was searching for. Okay, she was searching for something. So we got to understand what was she searching for? Why would she go all the way to Haiti? All right, and then we're going to do a brief history. So you'll understand about what happened. How did voodoo come to the New World? And we're going to look at a video presented by CNN. But before we do that, where they explain to us about voodoo. But before we do that, I want to tell you who we're talking about tonight. Who's Miss Diana Jackson? Miss Dana Jackson. So Miss Dana Jackson was a lady. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. And let me put up this video so you can see what she looks like. And she passed away. Okay. She went to Haiti. Hold on. She went to Haiti. Now, I put a little music. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this down. So we wouldn't be bored. But if it's too loud, y'all let me know. Okay. Okay. So let me make this big so y'all can see what she looked like. So this is who we're talking about tonight. Okay. This lovely lady traveled to Haiti. Let's put this on so y'all can see her now. All right. All right. This is Dana Jackson. She's 51. She wanted to become a mambo priestess. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. A mambo priestess is a female ritual spiritualist. Hold on, this might be getting too loud. Let me turn this down just a little bit. So a mambo priestess is what she wanted to be, okay? And what a mambo priestess is, it's a female ritual spiritualist in the Haitian voodoo tradition, okay? And for the male counterpart, it's called an ogan, okay, or a hugan. What she wanted to do, she wanted to learn how to perform ceremonies, initiations, healings, divinations, and this was according to, hold on, I'm turning it down some more. Because somebody gonna say, oh, it's too loud. So let me make sure I turn it down. Okay. So this was according to the Harvard University. They did a study on voodoo, and they said this is what the Mambos do. So her son, whose name is Timothy Jackson, told USA Today that something wasn't right about what happened to his mom, because his mom had been practicing voodoo for a few years before she left to go to Haiti. Okay. Before she left to go to Haiti, she had been practicing for a few years. So he said, she kind of knew what she was doing and she knew what to expect on her trip. So he said that he researched African traditional spiritual belief systems. And voodoo, like I told you, was a part of that. He explained that she had been doing this research and practicing voodoo for, again, like I said, for quite some time before she went. He said that his mom left to go to Haiti. His name is Timothy Jackson. Timothy said his mom left to go to Haiti on July 1st. She was supposed to return on July 26th. His mom had traveled with a group of people. Now, these people she had traveled with, he said that it sounded like what he was. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. It sounded like what he was describing. I don't know why this came out, but what it sounded like what he was describing was. It sounded like he was describing the house that she belonged to. Now in voodoo, there is a house. Let me see if I can go back and put that video up for y'all again. So in voodoo, there is a house that you belong to, okay? And it sounded like these friends that he was talking about, that they were like members of this house that she was a member of, okay? And a house is a place where you begin your training in the religion and in the process that builds your understanding. So the people in this house are considered like your family, okay? And there will be a head person of this house. So these are the people she was communing with and studying with and traveling with. So he said she did not go there with people that she didn't know. It wasn't like these women that we talked about in Africa, where they're going and meeting people that they don't know. No, she went with a group of people that she had known for quite some time, and that they were considered members of her house. Okay, which is like her spiritual, her voodoo family. All right. The individuals, he said, the individuals in this house have relationships with these spirits, okay, that they worship, okay. And according to Dana's son, the people that she went down there with, they call themselves Soyite. I hope I'm saying it right. Soyite, which basically is a Turkish word for society. All right. So I looked that up to see if I could find out what it meant. And what it was, it basically, like he said, it means society. And that was, then it came up that this is like the name of the family. So her society was Soite Nango. Okay. I hope I'm saying it right. These are the people that she was a part of and who she was traveling with. So I went and I looked to see if I could find some information about them. So let me stop this. And I'm going to show y'all. Okay. But before I show y'all that, I have to do fair use, because this was I think this is my video, but still I need to show fair use. So let me pull that up. All right, because we're about to get into some more videos. Now, what I want to show you now is this fair use clause, because I got to use videos to help you understand what is going on. So on Kiki Loves Nigeria, the content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content, not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under the Fair Use Section 107 of Copyright A, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purpose, which is the explicit goal of this channel. And also, I want you to understand that views expressed on this channel, they don't belong to me. The words that come out of my mouth belong to me, unless I say they belong to someone else. But a lot of times, all the views expressed on this channel, they belong to someone else. So I need to explain that the views and the thoughts and opinions, views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria. I spelled Nigeria wrong. Nigeria belongs solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, host, or the channel. Okay, people? Now we're ready to begin. Let me go back over here and get some more comments, because I'm trying to stay on top of the comments. Guess she ain't scared of barbecue. What y'all talking about? Guess who ain't scared of barbecue? Hi, Virgo son. How you doing? I'm curious as to why Haiti is very dangerous. And see, that's what I didn't understand either. Okay, I said that, Virgo son. Why would she go to Haiti with all the political unrest in Haiti right now? There was a couple who went to Haiti, okay, because they had a loved one to pass away, like a grandmother or somebody was sick. And they went to Haiti. They were Haitian, but they were living in America and they were growing up in America. I wanted to talk about that too. I might go back and talk about it, but I got busy with all the stuff that was going on in Gambia. They went to Haiti to check on the loved one, and they were kidnapped. They were kidnapped because they said these people who are running Haiti, these gangsters who run Haiti now, they know when the foreigners are coming because they have the people report to them. When you have foreigners on your bus, when you see these people, these foreign people, you report that. So they said somebody knew that they were on the bus because the people got stopped the bus, okay, went to them, got them off the bus, and nobody has seen them since then. So yes, it's very dangerous in Haiti. And why she went to Haiti is because this group that she's a member of, they have like a chapter, because I don't know another word to call it. They have like a chapter in Haiti. They have a chapter here and a chapter in Haiti. And I'm about to show you the website. Jimmy, also known Barbecue. Oh, okay. The gang leader that Biden sent to. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that. So he's talking about these gangs. These are the gangs that I'm talking about that run Haiti. Okay. So the Barbecue is, I guess that's his nickname. Okay. Okay. So now I want to show you. Let me show you real quick. News report about what happened to Dana. Okay. So let me show you this news report.
Tomorrow, you'll see mostly sunny weather. You can expect a high of 85 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 58.
So this is going to give you a little more background. This is it, because it's been on the news. That's the good thing. This case has been on the national news. Okay, like it's been several different states have picked it up. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's see what the news people reported about it.
Well, tonight we're learning more about a Charlotte woman who died while on a voodoo spiritual retreat in Haiti. Her son says Dana Jackson went down to Haiti on July 1st and was supposed to return on July 26th. But that never happened. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker joining me in the studio tonight. And Austin, the Sun tells you things aren't adding up here.
Yeah, that's right. This is the last text that Timothy Jackson received from his mother. That was on July 12th. He was supposed to hear from her 9 days after on the 21st, but Timothy says that's what he's being told right now about what happened, how, when. It's all not adding up.
Now, how many cases, you guys, have we heard where it doesn't add up? How many women who have passed away in Africa has it not added up? How many times has it not added up when these single women go to these places involved in this African spirituality? Because all of them, I kid you not, I don't know about the two sisters in Ghana, but I bet you they were involved in it also. All of them have wound up unalived, and none of it adds up. None of it adds up. Even Shakina, because the person who supposedly unalived her, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Because if she was supposedly taking all these people money, why would he unalive her? Why would the guy working for her unalive her? They claim he stole some money, and they so conveniently found some money, but it doesn't add up. It doesn't. How did he even know she had money on her at that time? It doesn't add up. And here's another case where it doesn't add up. But thank God this son he was vocal, and he's not giving up. He's telling his story to anybody and everybody who will listen.
It's a trip Timothy Jackson was hesitant to support.
Truthful, honest answer, I was a little uneasy.
His mom, Dana Jackson, had been researching voodoo spiritual practices for over 4 years.
She felt called to do voodoo.
And she wanted to take the next step, becoming a priestess, signing on for a spiritual retreat to Haiti. Flying from Charlotte to Miami and then into Haiti.
She was going down there. She went down there on July 1st.
With her son worried about the political unrest and intense climate on the island, they agreed they'd stay in contact as much as possible.
We talked, and she told me she was fine and she was okay. Once they actually got to their location, she would talk to me. We would text, even if it was once a day.
Screenshots from the app WhatsApp showing she made it there on July 1st.
So our last last text I received from her was on July the 12th. She let me know that they were going to church the following day to pray for her. I knew that this last part of this ceremony, she wouldn't be able.
And see, this part, that was something I wondered why she said to pray for her. Was she saying pray for her because something was going on, or she felt something wasn't right when she got there? You know, because I found the video when I was researching this, and it was a man. I'm gonna show you the video. He was saying He was warning people not to initiate, not to do any of these initiations, because he's saying these spiritual people who are claiming to be your friends, they do not have your best interest at heart. So I'm wondering, did she feel like something wasn't right when she got there?
Able to talk, or she wouldn't have access to her phone, which I had did a little bit of research before and after, and that's kind of common.
But she assured him she'd message him on the 21st.
On the 21st, I waited, and then on the 22nd, it's like I had an eerie feeling. When I woke up, I checked my phone, and I didn't have.
Now look, he said, "Mom," because she didn't answer. This made me feel so bad, because when he said, "Yo, for real," he like, wait a minute, what's going on? Where you at? Why you not responding? This was the next day, y'all. Look, the next day at 9, he woke up early. He woke up that morning with her on his mind. He knew something was not right.
Have any messages in WhatsApp.
On July 22nd, Timothy received a call from his grandfather saying his mother had died.
I pulled up her itinerary and I called, the lady in charge, Mambo.
Okay, this is the place. Okay, her name is Mambo Marie. This is the person in charge, y'all. Mambo Evans. She's the person in charge of this retreat.
But I asked her, what happened. And, they kind of asked me, well, how much did I know?
He says the woman told him his mother completed the ceremony but got sick. She had strokes and seizures, but later.
How many times have we heard that, y'all? How many times? What did they tell us about Anja? We didn't hear that about the other ladies, but wasn't that what they said happened to Anja?
The story changes, and he was told she had an asthma attack.
The way that my mom.
Now, how many times have we was told they had an asthma attack? How many times have we been told that? So first he was told she had strokes with an S and seizures with an S. Then they changed the story and was like, "Oh no, we changing the story. That ain't happened. That ain't what happened. We changed our mind. That ain't what happened. What happened was what had happened was she had an asthma attack." Now, how many times have we heard that? How many times have we heard that when we talking about these women who have been unalived in Africa? And now this is the same story they trying to sell. But thank God her son is not going for it. That's what I'm telling you. The family has to be involved. The family has to be outraged. You see how they had a good relationship? The other women we talked about did not. Remember, they were estranged from their family. They weren't contacting their family. They didn't have good relationships like that. This young man and his mom were close. They were close. That's why he was on it like, "No, you're lying. This is not what happened. Something happened to my mother over there, and I don't know what it is. And you all are not telling me the truth." Because, y'all, they went on to even say that his mother left her medicine at home and wasn't taking it. And guess what he said? Guess what he said? He said, "What medicine? What medicine?" His mother wasn't taking any medicine. That was part of the lie. The lie. Don't they say that about the women? Oh, they had asthma. But the relatives will come on in the comment section. And what will they say? Hold on, y'all. I got to plug up the computer. What will they say? They'll say, "Oh, no, they didn't have asthma. They didn't have nothing was wrong. Remember? They didn't have asthma." But all of a sudden, I'm sorry, I'm walking across the room. But all of a sudden, now they got asthma. How many times have we heard that? Forever. We done heard that so many times. So many times. That the asthma. So many of the women. And then only for their relative to come on and say they didn't have asthma.
Mom takes her health serious. If she would have had an asthma attack, she would have tried to see if she could have went to someone's hospital.
The death certificate came weeks later, and Timothy says it had additional red flags.
And it doesn't even look like it was written with like a decent pen. So like the ink was running out.
It shows Dana's time of death at 6:30 in the morning on July 22nd, but doesn't list a cause of death. He also couldn't get any confirmation where her body was and learned from Haitian officials she had been moved 3 times.
We were not even getting any clear information.
I reached out to Monbo Mod and left a message trying to get more clarity on the timeline, but did not hear back.
I feel like they manipulated and lied to my mom, and then I feel like they're doing the same thing to me, and that's why I can't be quiet about it any longer.
No, he can't be quiet. That's the last thing you can do is be quiet about it, because you see what happened to all the other ladies. Their family was quiet about it. Oh, they wanted to go. Oh, what can we do? Oh, that's the end of it. Oh, let's have a GoFundMe, and then that'll be the end of it.
A lot of unanswered questions right there, but what are the next steps? Trying to get more concrete information. So when an American dies on foreign soil, the U.S. Embassy steps in, and officials there tell Timothy they are working right now to get her body. Colin?
What a nightmare.
Yeah, it is a nightmare. Yeah, it is a nightmare. Remember, he has to pay for this. Remember, he has to pay for all of this. He's got to pay for her autopsy when she gets back here. He has to pay for the flight back here. He has to pay for, and this is so messed up because none of these women meant to put this burden on their children. But each one of these women, who was the burden on? The little ones who did family got involved. Who was the burden on? The kids. The kids had to go and beg. Had to go to GoFundMe and beg for money to get their parents' body, to get to the Africa to bury their parents. This is real. This has got to stop, y'all. This has got to stop. Got to stop. People should not play with things they don't understand. And that is the honest to God truth. That is the common theme here. That is the moral of this story. If you don't know anything, if you don't learn anything from Miss Jackson, learn this. People should not play with things they don't understand. 4 years she studied this. 4 years. But I'm telling you, studying it, researching it is not the same thing as the reality of it, of actually going through the initiation. Because I'm sure someone has to make some type of sacrifice. They have to. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you what goes on. Because I wanted to know. I wanted to know, why wasn't her friends looking out for her? Why wasn't her friends taking her to the hospital? Why weren't her friends always the friends leave you hanging when you in Africa? So, like I said, I went through. Did I get out y'all comments? No, I started talking. Jam Jar, she did understand voodoo. She studied it. Yeah, she studied it. But studying it is a little different from the real deal. You know what I mean? Like when you have some knowledge of it, but it's not the same. It is not the same. You'll have some knowledge of it, but it will not, no, it's nowhere the same as actually doing the initiation. You know what I mean? Going through the initiation. But I think she understood it more than most people, more than the other people. But we don't know. We don't know what she was learning. We got to take that back because we don't know what she was studying. We don't know who she was studying from. We don't know none of that. We don't know any of that. Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all hear me? Did I muted myself some kind of way? I don't even know how I muted myself. It's not the same as the reality of going through it. Okay. So now let me see where I am on my script. So she went with this. Remember this society, this mambo lady, this mambo mod lady that they're trying to reach, right? This is the society that she's going with. Okay. Now let's look at the webpage because, honey, I looked it up, and it is a whole. And they still on here just advertising like it ain't nothing. So let me show y'all. And I thought they would say something about Miss Jackson. They don't have nothing on here about Miss Jackson. Only way you'll know about Miss Jackson. Now, I believe this is the right website. If it is wrong, please forgive me, people. But this is what I found. This is the name. Wasn't this the name he said? He said Society Nango. All right. This is it. And it says it says it's a strong, authentic house of Haitian voodoo, headquartered in Boston and Haiti. So she went to Boston with these people. This is it, y'all. This is the people she was with, because Timothy said his mom had traveled to Boston with these people also. So they have a headquarters in Boston and a headquarters in Haiti. They said they practice diverse voodoo. We are a diverse voodoo house dedicated to sharing the strength and the beauty of our tradition with those who will reciprocate and respect with honesty that our elders and teachers have always insisted upon. We come together to honor the Iwa. The Iwa is what they call the spirits. And we welcome all who would join us, believing it is important not to discriminate. We come together to welcome others with honor and respect. So they said they're a growing community based in Boston, the United States. So see, I thought y'all said voodoo's not here. Voodoo is here. People want to get involved in this stuff. Most of the people, just like someone was telling me, we were talking about it on the show. They were saying these people are involved in this stuff before they go to Africa. And that is no lie. They're involved in this stuff before they go to Africa. So you know what? Those spirits just meet them there. We are a growing community. Once or twice a year, Mambo Ma travels to Jamaica to Jackmail to hold initiations. This is what Miss Jackson was a part of, Kanzo, and to feed the spirits, amongst other ritual obligations that enable our house to stand strong. So listen, people, she has to do initiations and she gotta feed the spirits. She has to feed the spirits. She says that's part of her ritual obligation to enable her house to stay strong. How does she feed the spirits? That's what I would want to know. That would be my first question, is how do you feed the spirits, ma'am? We believe in being open about our faith and leading by example set for us by our beloved mother and priestess, Bombo Mod, who treats us with love. So this is her. This is their website. This is their organization. And let's see. This is the lady. Is this her? Yep, this is the lady the news people were trying to get in touch with. She was born in Jamaica. Oh, she was born in the 90s. She's young. Oh, no. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. But why are you 50 years old following a 30-year-old? I'm not doing that. Or is she in her 20s, y'all? Oh, hold on. No, I read it wrong. Hold on. I read it wrong. Okay, because I was about to say, that doesn't make sense. It's usually an older person. Okay, it is. She said she traveled. She said, but in the early 1990s, she moved to the United States. She resides in Massachusetts. And yep, she continues to go back to Haiti to do her voodoo stuff. I guess this is her. So this is who she went on this retreat with. Let's look at the services. This is their services. She does readings, spiritual consultation using cards. We can tell you about your past, present, and future. Let's see, starting at $57 for 15 minutes. She does divination, which is a spiritual consulting with the Iwa, calling is that Lewa? The Lewa? Calling the Lewa to tell you about your past, present, and your future. That's $157. Spiritual cleansing, healing rituals done to rid the client of unwanted energy. That pricing is on a case-by-case basis. Illumination, a detailed, intricate prayer ritual that aims to communicate your worries, demands, and strengthen your relationship with the spirit. And this one starts at $157. Wow. Rituals done, magic work, rituals done to work towards a client's goal. So this magic work is done to help you reach your goal. The process is to bring forth results for your situation. Pricing can go case by case basis. Then they offer initiation. This is what Miss Jackson went on. Initiation in Haitian Voodoo at different levels. Please contact for more information and pricing. Wow. She also does workshops. These are their events. This is something she has in Massachusetts. You can contact them and you can donate. Again, I went on here to see if there would be anything on here about Miss Jackson, and no, I don't see anything. So then they have all their different members on here. So if you want to know, you can go on here and look a little further to find out more information about each member and what they do in Haiti. I guess they do some type of fundraising. It looks like it's 3 people. No, those are activities. All right, so that's the organization that she traveled there with. So let me go back over here and get some comments. Hey, heavy pedal time. It was really hard to find your live Kikis. Really? I wonder why. I wonder because I posted it late. I'm gonna have to post it early, but oh God, yeah, I've been so busy lately. I'm praying to slow down, but it's just been busy. So maybe because I posted it late, because normally they'll show it, like coming up, but I noticed they didn't show it, but that's because I just posted it last night. I'd rather stay in America because I know the scary, right? I can avoid the folks, but Africa is a different deadly sorcery. Honey, this ain't even Africa. This is Haiti, where everything is jumping off and going crazy at the same time. Okay, we read that. Okay. I'm not ready for Africa sorcery. None of us are. There is a huge Haitian community oh, really? And that's where her center is. That's where one of the headquarters is, in Boston. Thanks for asking. Okay. She obviously wasn't ready or gravely deceived. May her soul rest in peace. Yeah, because I don't think like this man, I'm going to play you this video. And this man, he was saying that we don't quite understand what people are capable of. And we think because they're in this spiritual movement that we just assume that these are good people. And he's saying you just can't assume that they're good people because they claim to be spiritual people. All these religious practices open yourself and family up for satanic portals. And people don't realize that. You don't realize that you're opening yourself up for so many different things. And I'm going to have you I'm going to show you a video where he's saying that. And I've told you time and time again that you should not join things that you are not, your family is not a member of. You know what I mean? If it's not a part of your genealogy or your tradition, you should not be doing it, because those gods will not recognize you, and they could accept you or they could reject you. Just like I told you the story about when I went to Nigeria and I went to Elegushi Beach, and how that water, that big, huge wave, I cannot believe this big, huge wave was about to come down on me. And I could not move. I was immobilized. I could not move. All I heard was the most beautiful singing voice in the world. It was a beautiful, soft, lovely voice that was singing. The water was blue and green. It was the most beautiful colors. It had white foam at the top. I was just in like a trance. I could not move. But all of a sudden, the trance was over, and I was able to run away from the water. But the wave busted down. You know how the wave will bust down, and it took my shoe. I was so scared because I said, that could have been me, right? That could have been me. So it took my shoe. My ex came over to me. He could tell. I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to tell because I was embarrassed, because I thought I couldn't believe what just happened. Like it was unbelievable. So I told him what happened, and he was like, he couldn't believe it. And he said, you know what that means? That means the water recognizes you. He said, that means your ancestors have some type of relationship with the water. Then they're letting you know, we recognize you. And guess what? After he said that, y'all not going to believe this. The water gave me my shoe back. My little flip-flop, it brought it right back to me. Right after he said the water recognizes you, it recognizes your family. The water, a wave came in and brought the daggone flip-flop right. Y'all, after I got the flip-flop on, I was ready to get up out of there. I said, no, I'm done. I said, I'm done. I'm ready to go. No, because because the water doesn't give you anything back. When the water takes something from you, does it ever give it back? Think about it. If you've ever been to the beach, when things get washed out, they may come back in that night with the tide, or a couple of weeks or a couple of days after the tide comes in, but they don't bring it back, and they don't lay it at your feet. Yeah. And that's when he said, that's more proof. They recognize who you are. And so I'm telling you to tell you that the water could have snatched me, because the day after that, 2 people died in that water. 2 people drowned in Elegushi Beach. Elegushi Beach. If anybody on here that's Nigerian, they know what I'm talking about. And they're from Lagos, they know the beach that I'm talking about, and they know the reputation of that beach. 2 people passed away the next day. The wave took them. That's what I'm telling you about when the water, the spirits recognize you. If they don't recognize you, they don't want you, and you're trying to initiate to them, it won't turn out good. She's not resting in peace. And that's what I keep telling people. That's why, I don't say the rest in peace and stuff, because how can you rest in peace when you've been robbed? She went there to connect, to go to a higher dimension. She thought she was going to a higher dimension, but clearly someone else had something else in mind. Someone had something else in mind, because that is not what happened. I'm glad folks are saying that foolish. I'm tired of folks saying that foolishness. They in hell holding place before the lake of fire. Oh, I don't think she's in hell. I don't think she's in hell, but I don't think she's resting. I don't think they in a lake of fire either. That's a horrible thing to say about those people. Those women. No, they're not. How could they be in a lake of fire and somebody... We ain't talking about that. I ain't gonna even talk about that one. Okay, Miss Israel, that's your opinion. Okay, you're entitled to that. I am Miss D. Hey, Miss D. I don't know. I don't know. We can only pray to the Most High that she has peace in whatever place she's in. I think she can't have peace because of her situation, and especially with her son, because her son has no peace. I think he won't have peace until he knows what happened. Kiki, I saw this story this past week about this lady who went over to Haiti. Such a sad situation. I am curious. We don't know. Miss Melanated Matador, they acknowledged her death on the Facebook page. Okay, good. So they did. She said they acknowledged it on their Facebook page. Well, they should do it on their website because everybody doesn't go to Facebook. And if you want to go travel with them, you go to both places. You go to the Facebook and you go to the website. So I think they should acknowledge it on the website also. These religious practices, because it's going to look like they had something to hide, or that they're trying to hide something. These religious practices are a trap, deception. Yes, remember Saul? I believe that too, Miss Israel, because you see how you got to pay for everything? And it ain't just the paying for. Look at the prices. They start at 157. So if you start at 157, you can go up to whatever. Spirituality is big money, big business, because everybody's looking for some peace. Everybody's trying to find some peace of mind. Remember King Saul. What was he looking for? Peace of mind. Haiti revolution had nothing to do with their demise. That this is their religion. I believe it. Hey, Jaisa, how you doing? I am not ready and never will be. I believe you, Kiki, about the water. I have had many mind-blowing spiritual interactions myself. Yeah, honey. And it was that was unbelievable. And you scared to tell people because you like, people gonna think I'm crazy. People gonna think I'm crazy. And you sitting here thinking, did this just really happen to me? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And after that, right? Let me tell you what happened after that. We were sitting I was sitting way back on the beach, right? I was just sitting in the sand. The little boys at the beach were bringing me seashells. Y'all, they were the big, huge seashells I've never even seen. The seashells were bigger than my hand. That's how big these seashells were. The little boys were diving in the water and just bringing me the seashells. I was like, wow. It was just like, to me, those were gifts. Those were like gold. Like they were just bringing me gold. So yeah, I had that was their way of saying welcome back. It's been a long time. Welcome back home. Kiki, wasn't most of your ancestors into voodoo? If I asked my grandma that, my grandmother would have smacked me in the next week. She would have smacked me in the next week. My grandmother was a Christian lady. She'll tell you in a minute, she's a Christian lady. Okay? She believed in nothing but Jesus. That's what she would tell us. But when I went to school and I started studying, African spirituality, and I remember the things my grandmother used to teach us, and I remember the things my grandmother and her sisters used to do. Like the people who were in my family, and if those people got vexed with some kind of illness or some kind of evil spirit, they would come over and they would go to my grandmother's room. They would make us kids go to another part of the house. We would have to go, and we'd go in our rooms, and all of the kids would be on another part, and they'd be in there praying. We would sneak and we would listen to what they would say. And they'd be praying in this different language, and they'd be casting devils out in that room, and we could hear it. We could hear all this going on in there. So what I'm saying that to say is, to them, my grandmother practiced nothing evil and nothing wicked. She would say that was Christianity, but I would say that she mixed that the African spirituality was so mixed into what they believed that she doesn't even know that that's what she was doing. Like teaching us about the spirit world, and teaching us how to commune with spirits, and teaching us about black magic, and teaching us about witchcraft. And we're little bitty kids. She's teaching us how to spot it. She's teaching us how to spot people who practice it. Christianity doesn't teach you that. That had to be taught to her by her mother. who also made medicine. People came to her because she made medication. So she was known for healing people. So they contributed all of that to Christianity, to God. That came from Jesus. That came from God. But as you see, you're not going to see that in the Bible. You're not going to see mixing herbs together in the Bible to heal people. You're not going to see mixing roots together in the Bible to heal people. You're not going to see that. But you will see that in African spirituality. That's why I'm saying it's so ingrained in what they do, they don't realize it. So if I would say, did they practice voodoo? I don't know what the ones practiced who were in who before they came here. But I do believe that they practice African spirituality because we all did. They all did before they came here. They all did. Even if they were forced into becoming Christians, even if they were forced into becoming Islamic, they still had those spiritual beliefs deeply ingrained in them. Okay, so they kind of incorporated it into everything that they did. So I guess I don't know for sure. I can't say yes because I don't know for sure what they practice, but I know they practice because voodoo is one kind. You know what I mean? They could have practiced Ifa. I don't know. They could have practiced some other kind. So I don't know what voodoo is just one type of African spirituality, people. That's what it is. It's just one type of African spirituality. It's not an evil thing where you do black magic to kill. You can, but most people don't, because most people who understand the spirit world understand that what you do comes back to you. So I hope I answered your question. If you read you trying to say tarot cards? Look at Miss Israel. Miss Israel on here preaching, y'all. She came on here tonight. She said, I'm preaching tonight. I'm letting them know they don't need to be doing none of that. So listen, y'all, she telling us, if you reading tarot cards, astrology, and ancestors, you opened yourself up to dark magic. You will be judged when you leave this place. Now, when I say ancestors, Miss Israel, let me tell you who I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about my grandmother, my grandmothers, and my grandfathers, and my mother. Not even my mother, she's my mother, but my ancestors are those elders, like my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandfather, those people. I'm talking about those people. And I just think I don't think God is going to judge us harshly for remembering those people and for choosing to honor those people and continuing to love those people, even though they've transitioned. So that's what we're talking about. Okay. Now, tarot cards, astrology, I don't read tarot cards, and I don't do astrology. I mean, I've read them. I mean, I've in the past, but I don't like tarot cards. So I don't deal with tarot cards. Okay. And astrology, I've read astrology, but I mean, I feel like to each his own. I'm not the type of person who try to tell people what to believe and what to do. I just want to present you with the information and you decide. Like I was presented with the information and I decided what was best for me because I was able to get the information that I needed to make that decision. Exactly. Okay. So you agree with Miss Israel. Okay. Miss Israel says, if you're into dark magic, you're leaving this world. I do feel bad for them. Yes, because they were into dark magic. And see, dark magic, ancestor don't automatically mean dark magic, but some people think it does. Dark magic is manipulating things, people. It's manipulating the nouns. That's what I like to call them. People, places, and things. That's what dark magic does. It manipulates the nouns. I want this person. Even though this person don't want me, I want them. So I'm going to manipulate the nouns. And I'm going to do magic to get this person to want me. I'm going to do whatever I can to override their will. That's dark magic. And you should never, ever be doing that. But people have made it nice and cool now to do that. Nice and cool for you to do that. It's all on TikTok. It's the thing to do. The son is probably, oh Lord, don't say that. I don't think he's in there. I don't think so. I ain't gonna even read that one, Miss Israel. I don't think he is. Okay. I don't think he is, just from the comments. He said he was trying to support her. He said he was trying to support her. So I don't think he into it. Just from the way he talked, I think like my sons, they try to support me like whatever journey I'm on. Because, as you go through school, you get introduced to different thinkings and different thoughts. So I would go on different thoughts and discover different things. And so my sons would always support me, whatever I was doing. They never put me down. They never judged me. They never told me it was bad. They supported me in whatever I was doing. So I think that's what it was. They were supporting her. So we will reach out to her son as soon she will reach out to her son, or soon will be. All he has to do is pay attention. Yes, she probably already has been, because they're real close. And I think that to me, that would be her biggest pain, is him. Because that's what, when my mother was transitioning, I knew that was her biggest worry, was me. I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what she was worried about. How was I going to handle it? Because she knew how close we were. We were best friends. Like we were truly best friends. Okay. So I could tell her main concern was not her. It was not what's going to happen to her. It was not her. It was what was going to happen to me. How was I going to make it? That was her concern. How's she going to make it in this world without me? She doesn't have any friends. I'm her only friend. She stays to herself. Who is she going to talk to? That was her concern. And I know this lady, that's her concern. That's her concern also. It's her son. Because that would be my concern. That's my concern every day of my walking life. My concern is my kids and my niece. Well, she might as well be my kid. And that's like she said, all he has to do is pay attention, because they'll reach out to you. Just pay attention. If you believe. But I was taught to believe. I was taught to believe in the spirit world. I was taught that the spirit world is more real to me than the air that we breathe. And we believe in the air. And that's what my grandmother would say. You believe in that air that you breathe, don't you? And I would say, yes, ma'am. She said, well, do you see that? Have you ever seen that? And I thought, and us kids, we would look at each other and we would say, no, ma'am. We never seen the air. She said, but you believe in that, don't you? And we say, yes, ma'am. That's how you need to believe in the spirit world. It's just that real. And that's how we were. And we were little bitty kids. And this was part of our daily training to learn about the spirit world. So yeah, if you pay attention, they'll reach back. I have nothing to do with folks that's into dark matter. I don't either. But some of them don't tell you. It's like, oh my God, yes. Why do people keep going there? It's like Lake Lanier in Atlanta. They took the land from the blacks and bulldozed a black cemetery years ago to build the lake. The pale folks been drowning in that lake every year since. And that's like here, there's a lake here. It's called Wayne Caesar's Creek. Same thing, except it was Native Americans lived there. And they did the same thing to them. And that's why nobody goes to that creek, because that's what I'm telling you. The water doesn't give anything back. We went there and the water took our ball. And it was this dude who was trying to help us. And he swam out there, but he was going too far. And everybody had to yell and tell him to come back, because he didn't understand that lake, people don't make it up out of there. Okay, Purple Pill says, I wonder why African countries in Haiti don't use magic to free themselves instead of hurting other people, instead of hurting each other. And that's a good question. Why don't they do that? The practitioners who use it, why don't they use it for good? To help turn the country around. I don't understand that because they're selfish. Those people are selfish. That's one condition to do dark magic is that you have to be selfish and only concerned about yourself. So that's why, because they're selfish. Right people will listen to A and still don't believe. You have both. I don't remember what the moon sign is. Okay, y'all talking to each other. All you folks that practice this religion, please repent because it will not end well with you and your family. Miss Israel says you all are dealing with demons. Is that the right to practice? It's their right to practice the religion, Miss Israel. That's what Brown Eyes is saying, and it is. It is their right. But what we want to do is open their eyes, okay? That's what we want to do. We just, Miss Israel, you say what you have to say, okay? Because we want to just give them the information. We don't want to say you can't do it or you wrong for doing it. We just want to say this is what you may be getting involved in, and you need to know that. You need to be fully aware of what you're doing. That's what we want to do, okay? Oh, wait a minute. No one ever spoke to me about it. I never tried to learn more either. And yes, it's definitely the divine one. Oh, yeah, we grew up like that. And that's why I'm saying some families teach and some families, because some of my friends don't know anything. They didn't grow up like me. But you got to remember, some people have families were like the priest in that time. They were like, they were like the priest. So they knew about the spirit world. And that was their job, to teach others about the spirit world. If it's your right to give and choose. Wait a minute, it's your right. Yeah, give us all choices. Repent now. Exactly. So stop being so scary. Thanks, Kiki. Hey, thank you, Miss D. Thank you so much. Look, everybody, thank you. No, I don't agree with her, Kiki. Okay. That's so sad. I don't want nothing to do with these folks. They practice these religions, Miss Israel says. Hey, TNK, I am not speaking of anyone specific, and I don't like strangers preaching that to me. I don't know what kind of spirit. Yes, you don't. Everybody has spirits in them. She's into Christianity, so no, I don't agree with her. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miss D. Thank you so much. What's going on? Did someone? Yes, someone passed away. Yeah, the lady, you see it? Yeah, did you see it? She was in Haiti. She went on a trip to Haiti to become a mambo. She went there, y'all, to become a mambo priestess. She was going for her initiation to become a mambo priestess. Remember I told y'all about Chief Amechi when he went and done his initiation? Remember that? Remember that? This is the same thing. I dated a Yoruba man and a Haitian man. Didn't realize that the Yoruba man was see, look at this, y'all, practicing spirituality and the Christianity until 10 years, I told y'all, later with the Haitian. I was floored and afraid. I told y'all, you got to know the signs. That's why my grandmother said, you got to know the signs. Because you can, even the jewelry, even down to the jewelry, you got to watch the jewelry they wear. It will be, they all wear signs because that's part of it. Honey, they're proud of it. They're proud of it. So you got to watch. You'll know. But what the spirit, now don't get me wrong, the African spirituality is not bad. But if you're practicing the dark magic, that's bad. So don't think because it's African spirituality, oh, it's wrong. No, it's not. But yeah, like she said, he'll practice Christianity. They be big Christians. Being Sunday, never miss church on Sunday, honey. Never. Just like the one I was married to. Honey, big old Catholic. Big old Catholic. But when we broke up, honey, when I told him I was through with him, you should have seen all the type of magic he was trying to do. I was laughing. I was like, I don't care what you do. You can do magic from sun up to sundown. I will never, ever be back with you. And honey, that was the end of it. That was the end of it. That was the end of it. But they will. But again, this supposed to be big crit. They would present like that. But in the background, honey, no. Honey, no. I believe in the spirit world too. You open up portals for yourself. Miss Israel says you open up portals yourself and family members curse up to 4 generations. She ain't lying. That's true. So those people who practice it, they're cursing up to 4 generations. So just remember, if the spirit will be visited upon your children. It says it in the Bible. That spirit is going to come upon your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren and your great-great-great-grandchildren. It can come for 4 generations. 4 generations or more. Is that what you believe, Smith Israel? So be it. That's your belief. All right, y'all, let me put a video on. She says she believed in the Bible. Unfortunately, she passed away. Wow, yeah, okay, so where did we stop at? Let me see. I done got all off my script. It happened every time I get to talking to y'all. Okay, so she's in Haiti, and she went to do a voodoo ceremony. We talked about that. We saw the video. She didn't talk to Timothy no more. She was supposed to call Timothy. She said she was going to church. They call it church, like the Christians. So she said she was going to church on the 21st, right? She was supposed to call Timothy back. No, she went on the 13th. He received his last message on the 13th. His mom said, I'm going to talk to you again on the 21st. I'm going to church tomorrow. He said they spoke every day. Then he got the last message. He didn't hear from her again. He didn't get a response. He didn't hear from her on the 21st, and on July 22nd, that's when his grandma called and told him that his mom had passed away in Haiti. All right, so this is after he said he spoke with the people there. That's when he knew something sinister had happened, because he said the first thing they asked him was, how much do you know? And he's like, why would they ask me, how much do I know? That's the part that he said it threw him off, that is what they said. And then the person he spoke to told him that his mom had got extremely sick during the ceremony. He said they explained that she had fainted. She regained consciousness, but she didn't know where she was, and she thought she was back home in Virginia. And again, they said she had a stroke. Then they said she had a stroke. Then they said she had something else. She had a seizure. Then they said she had an asthma attack. But they still don't know what happened to her. Okay, they still haven't located. Let's see. He said he was supposed to get an update on where his mom's body was on August the 16th. But as of today, that still has not happened. He said he doesn't even think they've contacted the embassy, but he doesn't even think they have gotten involved or even received, because he said he doesn't think they haven't received the necessary. Correction. I see now. He said, Timothy says that the embassy has not gotten involved yet. This was about the 16th of August, because they only received the paperwork. They have to have necessary paperwork, and that was not submitted to them until 4 days ago. USA Today, who was the person who reported this story, so this is a national story, said the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince did not respond to their publication. So I want to show you this GoFundMe, so y'all can go on here and look for, so y'all can go donate to this GoFundMe, because they're trying to get money to get her back home. So he has a GoFundMe. Her son is doing this GoFundMe. So let me show y'all that. And this is the GoFundMe. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is what the kid got to do to get the mom back home. This is what he got to do. He say, I'm Timothy Jackson. He did it on July the 1st. No, he's saying his mom passed away on July the 1st. Basically, he's just telling us what we just talked about. He says, since then, my family has been lied to, taken advantage of, and manipulated. We are unable to get clear answers as to how she passed. We also don't have answers on where she is located or where her belongings are. Wow. Usually, when someone dies in another country, the U.S. Embassy is involved and they will work with the family and funeral homes to get the body back to the United States. This has yet to happen. The group she left with has been untruthful and at times hard to reach. To add insult, the family has received information that while attending this retreat, Dana was neglected and not properly taken care of during the time of her demise. Our family asked for help so that we can bring Dana's body back, give her the memorial service she deserves, and bring much needed closure to her loved ones. Wow. They said they received a communication on the 22nd, a phone call from someone who had attended the retreat that his mother had passed away. So, if you want to donate, I'm going to put the link on my community page. So he's got 13, almost 14,000. He needs 50,000 to get her back here and to get the autopsy done and to pay whatever else fees he needs to pay. This is so sad. This poor lady. Wow. I don't even know what to say. So this is what I want y'all to do. We're going to look at this right now. We're going to back up because I want to show y'all. I want y'all to understand what we're talking about here. We're talking about voodoo. All right. So let me show y'all this video because some of us don't even know what it is. We'll get heavily involved and we'll think, oh, that this is what voodoo is. It's this manipulation. It's about black magic. And no, it's not. It can be about black magic if that's what you want it to be about, but it's about far more than that. So why people would go there and want it to be about that, why we go there, and I'm not saying this is what she did, but I'm saying this is, okay, here. All right, so this is just, I want you to understand what it is and what we're talking about, okay? So here's a video about the history of voodoo.
We don't believe in heaven and hell. There is only life.
Voodoo is
So I thought that was interesting. The first thing he said is that we don't believe in heaven or hell. We only believe in life. Now, for this to believe, this spiritual system to only believe in life, then that tells me right there, the dark magic can't be centered to this because life doesn't create, darkness cannot create life. It can't create anything. So for it to be life, it has to be based on God. It has to be based on creating. It has to be based on positive energy because that's what creates. Negative energy destroys. It does not create.
It's an Afro-Caribbean nature religion. It essentially is a monotheistic religion. They believe that there is only one God, but that God is distant. He's unreachable. And so that God communicates to us through what they refer to as the Loa. They're sort of partly saints, partly spirits. Each one of them has a particular function. If you have love issues, you go to one particular Loa. If you have issues about security or safety or money, you can go to a different Loa. These Loas form a relationship with the Voodooist. They become essentially the same kind of relationship that many Catholics have with their saints.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to tell you. It sounds like the saints. And voodoo was around much longer than Catholicism. So who stole from who?
The center of voodoo currently, of course, is the island nation of Haiti. But voodooists will tell you that voodoo itself is a religion that goes back centuries and centuries, all the way to Africa. It's a religion that the slaves brought to Haiti themselves.
So this is what she went to. This is what she went to, and this is what she goes through when she goes to these ceremonies and these initiations. Okay, it says the Lua are worshipped through gifts and sometimes animal sacrifices. So blood sacrificing is involved.
Modern Haitian history begins in 1791 when a group of Voodooists, slaves, came together, made a vow to each other and to the Loa to fight for their liberation. That moment launched the only successful slave revolt in history. It resulted in a free and independent Haiti. This moment has also become a flashpoint in modern Haitian politics. It is a source of conflict between those Haitians, proud Voodooists, who see this moment as the beginning of the birth of their nation, and those.
This was a revolution that was led by Toussaint L'Ouverture. I hope I'm saying it right. Toussaint L'Ouverture. He led a revolution that overthrew the Europeans to get them out of Haiti, and which made it the first Black republic in the Western Hemisphere. And they used voodoo. They prayed to their voodoo gods. They slaughtered a pig that night, and they went to war. They went to war with them.
Those Christians, primarily evangelical missionaries, who believe that in calling on the Loa to help, that Satan has now taken possession of Haiti, and indeed that all of Haiti's problems, its economic stagnation, its corruption and rampant crime problems, come down to this moment in which Satan entered the island.
So that kind of sounds like what Miss Israel's saying. They feel like some people are saying that that's what happened to Haiti. When Toussaint L'Ouverture and all his friends were together, the warriors were together, and they called these spirits down to the island to help them fight, that those spirits are still there and they're being cursed. And that's what's wrong with Haiti, because they engaged into this dark magic with these dark spirits. And this is why you see no peace in Haiti. And it's really never been any peace in Haiti. So that's the brief history. I wanted you to see how black magic even got to the United States, that it does come from Africa. And that if you're in Africa 9 times, like Jam Jars who told us, or somebody just told us, they were talking to a Yoruban guy and a Haitian guy, and they didn't even know. They were practicing spirituality because he was a Christian. He was a big Christian, and he was mixing them both together because that's what they do. Wow, you had no clue. That's scary to not know what was going on. Yeah, because they keep it quiet. They keep it quiet. You're welcome. You bring some. Oh, thank you so much, Miss D. Thanks for catching me up. I always get a phone call and I miss a lot. That's okay. Miss Israel, I know that's what's going on. You Christians love to scare people. Family is not a freaking Christian, but she's an Israelite. She's not a Christian. She's an Israelite. I'm not a freaking Christian, she says. I'm an Israelite. Miss Melanated Matador says, I am 1,000% sure that the mofo bound my wound after. Why you say that? Oh, wow. Just pray. All you got to do is pray and trust God. They can't hold you like that, especially if it's not. Oh, but he probably had, yeah. Just pray. Israelites use the same Bible as the Christians do. You're welcome, TNK. What do you mean? Bound. I think she meant wound. Yes, we are wicked people. Yes, we are wicked people and worship spirits as a religion. What has changed? Idols, idolatry. It's our history. Y'all funny. I am finished with this talk. I am trying to listen to Kiki. How much do you know? They wanted to know how much she told. Yes, how much she told him, if anything, about the initiation. Ooh, good point, Tasha. Tasha said they wanted to know how much he knew about the initiation, because you're not supposed to tell anybody about the initiation. You're not supposed to tell anybody what goes on there. Yeah, you can get kicked out for that. So yeah, they wanted to know how much he knew about the initiation. Exactly. It was obvious when the Haitian guy took me to the voodoo shop in New Orleans. I collapsed after seeing all the familiar relics from the house. Look, y'all, back in Los Angeles with the Yoruba man. I told you, you just got to know what to look for. You got to know what they got, something hanging over the door. Like when you go over their house, y'all, look at the door. Look at the door, the entrance ways to their house. Look and see if you see something hanging up over the door. I say, what is that? What is that? So when you walk in the room, you walk right underneath it. Look in the bedroom and look at the entry door, like the door to the house. Look at all the doors, the doorways at the top. Yes, we do see healing with herbs and other practices in the Bible, in Ezekiel. Oh, we do? I don't remember that. But you could be right. I'm sure you are, though, Miss Israel. I know you know, honey. I know you know. So if you said it, honey, it's in there. It is in there. No, what am I saying, jail jars? I'm preaching, family. I love my people. We know you do. Honey, we appreciate it. That is, yeah, it is sad. My grandma and mom went and took me to the spiritualist. I have had to repent. See, I told y'all that's what they would do. When you would be acting, man, if you start acting up, honey, you was going to the spiritual person in the family, which was my grandmother and her sisters. And they was going to take you back in that room. They was going to be laying hands on you, putting oils on you and praying out for you. And oh, Lord, all kind of sounds was coming out of that room. West TV Knowledge of Haitian commentator talks about 3 tiers and advises people to avoid it. Oh, wow. Hey, Steph, welcome to another Kiki Loves Nigeria Live. We are glad you are here. Please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching us and joining us tonight. Thank you, Steph. We are not the same at Israel born. Okay, y'all talking to her. This is not, there's no such thing as good magic. Lucifer is a deceiver of the family. Well, maybe we shouldn't call it good magic. Okay, we should just call it beliefs. Okay, let me put on this other video, y'all. 7:22. This is, I'm trying to get caught up on the video, on the questions. Okay, but we almost caught up. Let me just get these. Funny you say good morning because, okay, I just woke up from a good nap. I love our people. We love you too. Miss Israel, you don't have to watch. Listen, I am here for the education. Love Kiki's lives. London, Miss Lady London says, interesting topic, Steph says. Spirits invited to come in. Oh, no. Yeah, they are. You have to. That's okay, y'all. Let's get this straight. Y'all got to understand this. They can't just come in. That's the rule. There's rules. There are rules. The spirits can't just come in. They can't just walk up to you and just walk in your life. No. You have to invite them in. And you've done something to invite them in. They have no access to you unless you give it to them. That's why the Bible says, God says he gives us the power to walk on scorpions. He gives us that power. And you have the power to control that. That's why I said he can't do, that dude can't do nothing to you but what he thinks he can do to you. You have to believe that your God is God. You have to know that. And that your God is not going to let anybody do anything to you. They can do nothing to you without your God's permission. And that's what y'all have to understand. They can't, they only can come in when you sit down and you say, come on in, have a seat. Where you been? I missed you. I enjoy your company. Then they come in and they're going to set up shop. because that's what they do. Black folks are spiritual people. Yeah, they don't just come in. It wasn't me, Kiki. Okay, what was it? Oh, it wasn't you. I forgot who said it. Why do we want to say offended you, beloved? Okay, I don't know what you're saying. Okay, all right, asthma. Yeah, remember they said that about all the other ladies? Renee Pryor. Moses turned a stick into a snake in front of Pharaoh. Yep, that was magic. They used magic back then. You're right. They talk about magic in the Old Testament. And remember, and his stick, his snake, ate the Pharaoh's 2 snakes. And they said Moses is God, was God. Because his magic was stronger than Pharaoh's magic. And that's the honest to God truth. And that's what I always tell people when they try with them little curses like Black Acres of the Gambia. I always tell them, you can't do nothing to me because my God is God. And my God is going to show you. Now look at Black Acres of the Gambia. Look at them now. That's why you don't mess with God's people. You don't know who you messing with. You don't go around trying to curse somebody. Who are you? Who are you? So it just backfires on you. Israelites, hey, Mr. Jordan, Israelites use the Bible. Christians only use the New Testament. That's true, though. They don't like to read the Old Testament. They say that's old. That don't matter. And it's not true. You need to read the whole thing. Well, no, that's my opinion. For me, I read the whole entire thing. It's 12 UK time. So it's technically morning here. Wow. All right, y'all. Now we're about to watch. Let me see where we're at. Oh, how Voodoo got to Haiti. Because there's a really big hold in Haiti. All right, so let's see how Voodoo got to Haiti.
When slaves from all over Africa were brought here to Haiti, they forged a new spirit religion.
I see what's happened to Vodou.
As a voodoo priest, Gary Mazzio.
See, this is what we was talking about, how it will come on generations. So this man, they're going to tell you about this man who's not taking care of his kid. He ain't taking care of his family, but he's spending his money on women and everything else, right? But, okay, his son is losing his mind. And they believe, I told you, they believe mental illness is spirit work. They don't believe it's like a biological thing like we do here. They treat it completely different.
Also serves as a community healer.
So they believe that a spirit will come into you, okay? It's certain spirits will come into you and they'll tell you what the problem is, okay? And they'll tell you how to solve the problem. So in the guy they're talking about who used to be a mayor who's now a voodoo priestess, he's probably a Hogun. Like, this is what she wanted to do. Miss Jackson, this is what Dana Jackson wanted to do. She wanted to do what this man is doing. Cast spirits out, do all of this, okay?
This is your fault. You are the one who put him in this situation. You have money for women and cockfights, but you have no money to help out your sons. If you cannot be responsible for your family, they will become...
Like, their tradition is to honor your ancestors, your grandparents who passed away. And how you honor them, you can honor them in so many different ways. You honor them by taking care of your family. You honor them by sending your kids to school. You honor them by treating your wife with respect and honor. So this man was not doing any of that. So he was bringing disgrace to his ancestors by not taking care of his family. So they were cursing the little boy, his son. He was having mental problems because of this. And they felt like the spirit came and said, it's because you are not honoring, you're disgracing your ancestors because you're not taking care of your family. You have money for women, you have money for gambling, you have money for alcohol, you have money for everything but your family. Spirit world can work for good and it can work for evil. And that's the truth. It's how you choose to use it. You can use it for good or you can use it for evil. It's up to you. It's up to the practitioner. And that is the honest to God truth.
Gary.
So they believe the spirit will come into him. This is how the Haitians use their voodoo. The spirit will come into him, and that spirit will guide the community, because the spirit is going to tell the community what to do and help the community make decisions through this man, Gary.
Gary weeps with relief as the spirit leaves him.
And this is what Dana Jackson wanted to do. Now look at this man. Look how his energy is gone and depleted, and look how everything he went through. So I'm sure she was going through all of this stuff. This is a lot. This is a lot physically. Okay, so that's how voodoo is used in Haiti. All right, you can use it for good, you can use it for evil, but they use it to help, to guide. Some people use it for evil, but this video, they showed how they use it for good. He used it to help him understand what's going on with this little boy who's got some kind of curse on him. He used it to help them in the village understand what's the guidance for the village for the next year. So it does a lot of good things. Over the door, so that's where the mistletoe, probably so. I bet you it got something to do with it. Regarding bound wound, I mean, I repeated miscarriages and the other reproductive blockages for years after we broke up. Okay, that comes from like he might have done something. He might have, but you know what? You can pray and you can talk to God and you can tell him, this man don't have no right to decide when I can have kids. Who is he? He doesn't own me. He didn't create me. So that's what you need to do. Okay. Miss Melanie, sorry to hear that. That's awful. Okay. Yes, he had to break those soul ties. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Doggy wants to join the. What y'all talking about? What? Thunder Lady, I have you. What are y'all talking about? The same scary folks are here today. Okay, Miss Israel. If their belief is so powerful, why don't they use it to? That's what somebody else said. Why don't they use it for that? We don't know. Because those people are selfish. That's the thing about it. When you use it for bad, it's for you. You're selfish. You don't care about, because just think you're using it to manipulate people, right? So you're using it for bad. So you don't really care about that. You don't care about helping other people. People are getting scammed. Yeah, they are. I sound familiar. Anyone, you've got money for women, gambling, drinking, but you've got, yeah, exactly. At Kiki, I'm a subscriber and I enjoy your commentary. I have an open mind. Thank you so much, Miss Israel, for coming on here. Thank you for subscribing. Family, you know what y'all even told us how to fry chicken. Okay. This is crazy. Some church people fall out praying with the Most High. It is not safe. No, it's not. Okay, so let me show y'all this one. Oh, y'all, we're going to get off here early tonight. Ooh, we're going to get off here early tonight. Okay, so let's look at this other one. Where are we at? Hold on. Right here. Okay. So, now, when I was trying to understand what was going on with this situation, I came across this video that talks about reclaim versus initiation. And this is something that we have always talked about. People who just join. You want to be a member of something, so you just join it, and how dangerous that is. And this is exactly what this video is saying, that people, the reclaimed people, the chosen people, are the people who their family used to do this back in the day, and they come back to reclaim what's theirs. But then we have these initiate people who just want to join, and a lot of times the God won't recognize them, and something usually happens to them. So that's what this video is going to tell us about. And it's true. It's what I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time.
I'll just right? In Vodou, you have réclamer, you have lever joindre, and you have those who are initiés, right? I'll just simplify this thing because there is another category. Some would call it a wugamakut. But I'm going to put it down to réclamer versus initié to make it much easier for you guys. A non-initiate, a réclamé, is someone who comes from a line or a lineage of practitioners,
Yes.
and through that process, they are they are chosen because they follow a lineage line.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They have a lineage, they have a line. If you chase their ancestry, that trace that line, you'll go back and you're going to see some of their family was involved in all of this. Those people can easily walk through the door because of their ancestors. But then you got these people who not a part of that line and they want to join anyway. Chief Amechi. And you see what happened to him.
Then you have the initié. The initié is the individual, most of the time, who has no connection to a family line or what we call the farmland, the habitation. These are usually strangers at times. They may come from a family that was probably Christian and they want to make their transition into Vodou, so they get initiated into Vodou, right?
Yeah.
You may find some people, depending on where they are located in Haiti, the situation is a little different because you have some families that practice kanzo, which is a term they use for initiation. And this can be a process how they practice Vodou. If you're looking for a guided reading, you've come to the right place. Street Sweet.
Wait a minute, let me go past this.
Now, an initiation is pretty much determined by who's doing it in what peristyle or société that you're trying to become part of. You may find in one location for initiation that they may do a lavetet. Another one is isolation.
See?
Now.
So we don't know. They could have left for isolated. He said some of the initiation, they leave you isolated. It must have been some kind of isolation because remember, she said she couldn't talk. She couldn't have any contact.
When it comes to Vodou, both are serving spirits. This is the world of religion. But we can say for the initiate, if they get good information from the Gaga or the Wuga, then they have the potential to grow very far and grow very strong because of the wisdom that they have got. Now, on the other end, the person who is a réclamé, this person can be without knowledge, but the spirit loves that person so much that that spirit guides them even in their ignorance.
See, the person who is the descendant, the spirit will, because they love that person. Remember, he told me, the ex told me, they recognize you. They know who you are. They know your family. So this is what the man is saying. He's saying the spirit will recognize you and it will take you in. Even though you know nothing about it because you were so brought up so far away from it, the spirit doesn't care. It knows who you are. It recognizes you and it will take you in.
See, sometimes you can have family members like people that go to church. They may have a grandmother that's praying for her grandchildren, right?
Yes.
Same thing with those that are réclamés. You may find in that family lineage that the elder prays for their children or basically does sacrifices so that their children are protected.
Yes. It's the same.
So in their ignorance, the children are protected and they get guidance from the spirit. So even in their foolishness, the spirit is guiding them. Where on the end again of the initié, this person is seeking to connect with a spirit that may not want nothing to do with them.
And see, that's the problem. The initiate may be seeking to connect with a spirit that wants nothing to do with them. The initiate may be trying to connect with the waters, the spirits in the water, and the water spirit don't recognize them. And the water spirit may want nothing to do with them. So then what? Then what? This is what they're not telling people. This is what they're not telling these women when they go over there and when they get involved in this stuff, that you could be rejected. And if they reject you, something bad will probably end up happening.
So as time goes on, a relationship is formed. For those of you, and some réclamé channel, check the description.
Hold on, this guy do commercials.
Born
He do commercials right in the middle of his video, so I had to skip him.
With the gift, and sometimes they may even neglect it. Where they have,
you hear that? Some people are just born with the gift. Some people just have it. Those are the chosen people. Those are the people that just have it. It's who they are. It's their lineage. It's who they are. They don't have to do nothing. They just have it.
Have the vision to see things. These people can communicate with spirit. The spirit communicates with them.
Right.
Sometimes they may even reject it and they don't even want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Where per se, someone who is an initiate or an initié, this person may not have any gifts at all. That person has to work up and then be taught and trained how to do that. So it doesn't come natural to that person.
Okay, get it? Did y'all understand that? The initiate, the one who wants to initiate, they don't have any natural gifts. They don't have the natural ability to define, to tell, to discern spirits. They don't have that natural ability. They don't have the natural ability to read a room when they go in the room. They don't have the natural ability to read people. They don't have that natural ability. So they try to train themselves, go to these retreats, I'm not saying this is what Miss Jackson was doing, but I'm saying this is what some people do. They go to these retreats, they go to these institutions to try to get these skills. I remember when I was in graduate school, I was in leadership development. That was my biggest thing, right? I used to teach a leadership development course, okay? And they would tell us that everybody could be a leader. And I didn't quite agree with that because I felt like leaders were born. And there's a whole argument out there that leaders are made. You can make leaders. It's basically two arguments. The leaders are born and leaders are made. I feel like leaders are born. And you can't make a leader because a leader just has things, this thing inside of them that just makes people want to follow them. That's a leader to me. A leader to me is different from an authority figure. An authority figure, you have authority over us and we have to follow you. But a leader, people follow that person because they want to. And that cannot be made. That type of person cannot be made. That person is just born like that. All right, so where are we? Let's finish that.
See, there's something, it's like instinct. A person who is a réclamé, they have a natural instinct.
Yeah, they do.
Where per se, an initié is someone who has to be taught. They have to be given, the rules and regulations of how things work. So, in initié, has a potential to become great. And from there, they can start their own line eventually. So they grow into a Wugan or Asogwe. Now they have formulated their connection with the Loa. So now they can go and start their own path. So now a creation begins eventually with them, their own lineage of the practice.
Yes. So I wanted you guys to see that part. That's what I keep telling y'all about. There's a difference, that some of these are not even these people's, they don't even follow these. They're not even connected to these gods at all that they're trying to follow. They're just trying to put themselves in a relationship that they don't have any reason to be in. And again, sometimes they get accepted and sometimes they get it rejected. Sometimes they get rejected. And you remember what I told you about Chief Amechi, how he wanted to join that Mami Wata sect. And they told him no. But he found somebody who would take money to get him in. That person took the money, let him in. And then what happened? 3 days after he initiated, he came back to the United States. That man passed away. And they don't even know. Well, I don't know if they ever found out why. Last I heard, they didn't know why. This is nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. Nothing at all. They say the same thing about using cocaine. It's up to you. Lucifer is not a loyal to you. Right. He ain't loyal to nobody. The devil ain't loyal to nobody. Be careful with the herbs you inject. Be careful with the herbs you ingest, because you could have a bad reaction. You should not get involved with darkness in the first place. Any religion that is not Pentecostal. You know what? And I think that could be it too, because they ingest. I think they ingest this stuff. They drink this stuff. So she might have had to drink something. I don't know. We're going to watch a ceremony in a second. They should not get involved with darkness in the first place. Did you say Pentecostal? Any religion that is not Pentecostal. We shouldn't be involved in any religion that is not Pentecostal. Oh, wow. Wherever you see extreme poverty, there's a voodoo family. Miss Israel. Are you serious, Miss Israel? Are you trying to be funny? Tell us, Miss Israel, was that a joke? The just joined folks are like the unsent. Some folks are sent, other. Stephanie, oh my God, you are so funny. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Any religion that is not Pentecostal, Bible church, what darkness, African, Caribbean, white is not. Oh my God, this person talking about Pentecostal. Oh Lord. Lineage, interesting. I dare to seek. I'll let them keep guiding me. Yeah, they will. Preach, Kiki. Yeah, they will keep guiding you. They'll tell you, they'll guide you. If you let them, they'll take you just where you need to go. Because they love you. They're your grandmothers and grandfathers. Remember, they want the best for you. Man-made leaders. Yeah, they are. That's why I'm like, nah. In Africa, Pentecostal Bible churches, people are okay. Oh, okay. I pray that no evil or contrary spirits touch nor enter into our soul via this video we are watching to learn. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Yeah, I checked them out, Stephanie. There was nothing on these. These was just them. They're not doing any like chants. Like if they're doing chants, you shouldn't be watching that video. You know, if they're doing like calling on spirits, you shouldn't be watching that. Like if they saying it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Don't be afraid. Yeah, he sure do. The Bible filled with what we call magic. It sure is. His Hebrew Israelites is not a religion. His Hebrew Israelites is not a religion. It's a bloodline. Exactly. Stephanie says, I love Haitians, especially their men. What, Miss Israel? Church is an organized religion, and that is why man is with a white yes, man on the wall. All right, let's get to this other video, y'all. Let me show y'all this one, because this one was interesting to me. This man right here, I think this is the same dude. He's telling us why you shouldn't initiate. But his videos at the beginning are a little...
People in this community. Oh, ain't no friends.
His videos are a little weird at the beginning.
Told y'all, ain't no friends in the industry. See, the reality is a lot of you people are putting your trust in people in this community. Wherever you're in Wicca, wherever you're in Voodoo, wherever you're in Palo, wherever you're in Santeria, it's all the same. You're going to have people that you think are your friends, are your family. Yeah. These people just waiting for your downfall. If anything, if they're not waiting for your downfall, as they see you coming up, they're plotting to see you come down. Yeah. You can't trust nobody in this industry. I know some of you guys like to go to dance that are into Vodou. A couple of years ago, there was this voodoo priestess whose husband went to a dance and they poisoned him. So what I want to tell you is that it looks good on the outside, but not everything that looks good on the outside is good truly. There's fruit in the world that looks good, but deep down inside, there's fruit in the world that looks pleasing to the eyes. But when you enter, there's fruit in the world that looks pleasing to the eyes. But that same fruit that looks pleasing to the eyes will definitely take you up out of here.
Yeah, you know what I thought about when I first watched this video? That fruit, the fruit of Jamaica, that it starts with an A, acari or something like that. But they have this fruit. It's so pretty. It's a really pretty fruit. But if you don't cook it right, excuse me, it can take you up out of here. And it's just what he's saying. Because if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know who you're dealing with, and you're trusting these people, and that's every one of these women trusted these people, started calling these people family. And like he said, you don't know what these people really want. You don't know what these people are really thinking.
There's a Vaudouisan once that told me, hey, yeah, you should come to this, get together, this gathering. The same Vaudouisan that I thought was my brother at times was the same individual that got up on social media to speak ill about me after I helped him grow his channel. And this is just on a social media note. I'm giving you real life experiences. You got to be careful in this industry. If you're a spiritual worker, you got to be careful. Don't be thinking, oh, you do an interview with this person, the same people that you do an interview with. I'm going to give you an example. I did an interview with a lady once, 7 years ago. 7 years later, she hits me with a community strike on YouTube. Let me tell you something. When you coming up, when the spirits has blessed you, it's not meant for you to share your blessing with everybody else. You think people want to see you with a nice iced out diamond chain? You think people want to see you with a rollie? You think people want to see you with a nice leather chair? These people are doing everything and they can't obtain the success and the level of success that you've obtained. You think
that's what I'm saying. These people are very selfish and they're very envious, jealous people. So they sit around and admire what other people got. And they don't want to go through the stages that you're supposed to go through. So what do? I cheat. I'm gonna go and find this lesser God, and I'm gonna make a deal with him to get those people. I want what those people have, because I'm a jealous, envious person.
These people want to see you up. So now listen, you got to be wise. You got to be prudent. The scripture says, be humble as a lamb, but wise as a serpent.
Yeah.
You can't play people close. There's some people I've put on in the game.
And that's what you got to be. Remember, you got to be humble as a lamb, but wise as a serpent. Wise as a serpent. And that's what these women are not being. They're being humble lambs, but they're not being a wise serpent. Because a wise serpent wouldn't be falling for this. No. You got to keep your eyes open. all of these fees? Why you got to charge me all of this money for spiritual healing? Why? That would be a sign for me. That would have been a red flag for me, all those prices.
For them to turn around and try to diminish my character. See, this is what I'm going to tell you people out here. There's no friends in this industry.
No, it's not.
What the spirits do for you, you got to take that and share with amongst you and your children and your family. All this buddy thing, man, don't listen. I used to be an individual that was all about myself, and then I changed my ways. I tried to be nice. I tried to share.
So you hear what he said? He was an individual that was all about himself, and he into this voodoo stuff. He looked like he's some type of leader of it. Yeah, what did he say? He was into. I told you, those people are into themselves. That's the only way they could do it.
Sometimes sharing can be a downfall. Sometimes you could be in a situation where it's like crabs in a bucket. One crab gets out, everybody else is trying to get out. Sometimes it's best to let people do their own thing. Don't try to lift people up. By you lifting people up, you can be bringing yourself down. And when you're down like that, nobody's going to help you. Nobody. The same people that you think.
So I thought this was an interesting video. I'm going to stop it there. But I thought this was an interesting video because he explained that it's so much jealousy and envy in this voodoo stuff, in this voodoo religion, that you shouldn't even initiate in it because you don't know who's real and who's not. So let's get these comments. I remember you saying something like, it doesn't matter if you believe in voodoo. What matters is the person believes it. What you said stuck with me because that's true. And that's what my grandmother used to teach us, because I used to tell her, I don't believe that stuff. And she would always say, it doesn't matter. They don't care what you believe. They care what they believe. They care what they believe. And that's what matters, is that they believe it wholeheartedly. So what you need to believe is that there is people out there that do that, and you need to protect yourself. You need to acknowledge that. Not be scared of it, not fear these people, but know that they're out there. What industry is he talking? He's talking about the spiritual, because the spirituality, y'all wouldn't believe it. Spiritualism, that's big business. That's an industry. African spirituality, tarot cards, all of that spiritual stuff, that is an industry. That is a money-making industry now. People are so desperate for information, so desperate for knowledge, that they're into that, and they will pay people. Seizures are demonic possession. Okay, family, let's call it what it is. Oh, so you said seizures are demonic possessions? Oh. Aki, that's it. Yep, Empath of London, that's the name of it. Aki, yes, it can be poisonous. Yep. But it's so pretty, and it looks so good. It looked like if you ate it, it would just be delicious. It looked like a flower. Yep, that's it, Steph. Aki or something like that. There it is. Yep. Kiki short of like vampires. They can't enter your home. Exactly. It's sort of like vampires. And that's what they are, vampires. They come to suck your blood. They exactly what they are. Exactly. Oh, he's talking about the spiritual work industry. Yep. It's different from Asi. It's spelled Aki. It's a red fruit, and you can cook the yellow insides. But the yellow insides can be poisonous. Yes, TN. Okay. We're spiritual people. Our gifts are without repentance. It's in the book of Acts. He says the industry scams, death, are going mad. Who knows? Yes. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. A lot of scammers in Jamaica pay these, what did you say, obey magic people, but mostly the scammers are getting scammed. The crab in a bucket phrase always causes me to question why you in the bucket in the first place. Exactly. Why are you in the bucket with the crabs? Exactly. I'm from New Orleans, and I always amazed that people believe in this stuff. Yeah, because Truth Serum don't believe in it at all. Seizures are not demonic possession. Oh, God. Yeah, I done got Truth Serum started now. That cross around his neck, it signifies bondage. It's an icon over religion. That is simply not true, Truth Serum says. Facts, Truth Serum. Truth Serum. Oh, excuse me. One of my neighbors is a tarot card reader professionally. She makes really a living online, people calling her for reading. She's been doing it for 30 years. How can she rest? Oh, my goodness. Okay, oh, that's a lot of spirit she taking in. I wonder how she rests. When you see her, ask her, how does she rest? Say, don't those spirits just keep on knocking after you try to cut it off? Aren't they still trying to talk? All right, y'all, this is the last video, I think. And this one, this is when I want to give you guys an idea of what Miss Jackson might have experienced while she went through her voodoo ceremony. This is an actual voodoo ceremony. So she says we help people during the ceremonies. And this is what Miss Jackson wanted to be, a Mambo voodoo priestess, okay? And they represent authority in the community. She said, my grandfather was a voodoo priest whose land I inherited to work as a priest. So you see, this is what they're talking about. This is lineage. Her grandfather was a priest, a voodoo priest. Now she's a voodoo priestess. So she says she spends $250 to host a sacrifice ceremony. Sacrifice ceremony. To pay it forward to the spirit world for being for blessing her. So for blessing her, she's going to give the spirits sacrifices. I wonder what sacrifices she's going to give them. I wonder if she's going to say. See, this is the ceremony. Oh, and guess what the bottle meant? Oh, wait a minute. I do prayer calls for divination and special requests. Y'all know that bottle does mean something. I think they said people come to my temple when they are sick. Some may have lost their homes. Some may be looking for work. Some come to have a curse removed. We call spirits kafir. Kafir? Kafir? A rite. The rhythmatic spirit can be twins. We call ligba. She says the drum is a highway to the rhythmac passage to the spirit. Each drum has a rhythmatic style, which is a law that awakens the spirit. And you know what? I believe that because I remember when I was in drill team, and do you know when we would hear those drums, it would just do something to us. We would just be ready to go. No matter how tired we were, when they would start playing those drums, we were ready. We were ready to dance. We were ready to dance to the music. And you know, I play music at school. And this one song that I play, it's like jazz music. But I found this one song, it stimulates the dopamine stimulation in your brain. So I play that. And it's drum beats. It sounds like drum beats. And do you know when I put that on, the kids start dancing? They start dancing and they start telling me, "Oh, we like this song. Oh, we like this song." They sit up straight in their chairs. They're not humped over. They're not laying on their desk. They sit straight up. They're ready to go. So this about the drums, awakening the spirit, that I do believe. So she said each spirit, I guess, or each place you call on, you have to play the drum differently. So she said there's many spirits, figures inside the voodoo world. Now listen, y'all. Remember when we were seeing Rick with that bottle all the time, and we kept saying something is up with that bottle, and people were saying it was witchcraft, it was voodoo? Well, guess what it says here? The bottles signifies a gift, and the machete signifies honor in the spirit world. So Rick and Cynthia wanted something from the spirit world. They wanted a gift. They wanted Black Acres. They wanted us to give them all that money. What did Rick always have? What did Rick and Cynthia always have in the beginning? That daggone bottle. Now we know. You guys were right. What did she have? Look, a bottle. So she said they sacrificed for love. Then she says the spirit can take control of you. And you know what I was taught too, and this is when I was going to, remember I told you guys that I grew up charismatic and I used to go to those Christian crusades. I was taught there that even the Holy Spirit can't take control of you without your permission. That even the Holy Spirit cannot come to you and make you act unseemly. Like how the women be running around the church and their dresses be all up in the air and they be tearing their clothes off. They taught us that is not the Holy Spirit making them do that. They're doing that because they want to do that. The Holy Spirit can't come to you and make you do anything. And for one, it wouldn't make you do that. And number two, it doesn't just take over you. You have to invite the Holy Spirit in and allow the Holy Spirit to take over you. You have control over yourself, people. So this is probably some of the stuff she was going through. Some of the stuff she was doing. People hate us because we believe in voodoo. Some Haitians do not like to admit they practice voodoo. But they still practice it, like we just said earlier. They do because sometimes it's all they have. She said that they practice voodoo because sometimes that's all they have. Didn't I tell y'all that? They don't have nothing else, and they need some type of hope. And they've given up. They don't believe in the Most High. They feel like the Most High doesn't let them down because they're in this situation. So what do? They got to reach someplace else. I'm talking about the people who do the black magic, not the people who just, worship. All right. So that's pretty much, I think that was the last video. Did we go over all of them? Yeah, we sure did. Now let me get over here to y'all comments. Let me get y'all comments, and then we're going to be done for the night. So we don't know what happened to Miss Diane Jackson, and we won't know until she gets back here, you know, and it depends. It depends on a lot of things, even after she gets back here. If we'll know how they preserve the body. Did they keep the body cold? You know, is it someplace hot? He doesn't know where his mom's body is. He doesn't know it. Timothy doesn't know anything about where his mom is at this point. So we're just going to have to keep watching the news and see if we hear anything. So that's what she went there to do, to become a part of this Voodoo Mambo priestesshood. Okay, so Kiki, sort of like vampires, they can't enter, right, unless you let them in. We talking about the spiritual. Okay, so we got that. We said those. He says the industries. Okay, we said that. A lot of scammers in Jamaica pay the. We said that. Okay, then we went past True Serial. I think we down here a little further. I think some people are using a higher level of their brain and can feel things, but mostly are full of BS and scamming. Wait a minute. This one says, to date, Haitians, I will date a Haitian before a Jamaican. Past experience. Okay. I think some people are, okay, we said that one. Teach me, brother. Goat. Yes, T and K. I think she works up until 6 p.m. daily. She's online certain times. Anything outside of that. Okay, I know what y'all talking about. Oh, you talking about the lady. Legba is a spirit to Kiki, so you can enter the spirit world. Yep. That's what they said too, Brown Eyes. He is the one you have to go through. She's right. See, and if you're not going, you got to go through this spirit called Legba, and you got to ask his permission to enter into the spirit world. So see, you can't even go into the spirit world without asking them. Now this is in Voodoo, okay? So Voodoo has a gatekeeper to their spirit world. Yeah, you say maybe she in the wrong business. You have to have, you have to have Papa Legba's permission. You sure do. And the ones who haven't, and they've got into it anyway, they've died tragically. Yet music at church services will activate dance, and worship spirit. This is why we must be careful. Yes, the music that they listen to. She is so right. And that's why I teach the girls about dance and the music that they dance to and the music that they listen to. And you know what I tell them to do? Whenever we put a song on and we're coming up with a dance, you know what's the first thing I tell them to do? I tell them to sit down, close your eyes, and feel the music. I put the song on, we play the song, and I tell them to feel the music. So you got to take the music inside of you. So you're absolutely right. You have to be so careful what you're listening to, what you're soaking into your system. You're absolutely right. Yes, Kiki, the Holy Spirit won't take over a person without no, won't. None of it will. They've always have chickens around. Music, it sure can. I remember my grandfather always had a machete. My mom gave it to him when I first moved home. Oh, wow. Indeed, TNK. Steph said, okay, no, these are talking to each other. Losing a loved one under mysterious circumstances must be so hard. I feel for these families. I do too. Auntie Blessing says, just getting on. Can you recap what happened to her before you go? Oh, yes. She went to, actually, I'll play it again because this video was about her. And let me play it again. She went on a trip, which was so unfortunate. She went on, hold on, let me put it on for you right now. So again, this live was to honor Miss Dana Jackson. All right, so I'm going to play this one more.
Well, tonight we're learning more about a Charlotte woman who died while on a voodoo spiritual retreat in Haiti. Her son says Dana Jackson went down to Haiti on July 1st and was supposed to return on July 26th, but that never happened. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker joining me in the studio tonight. In Austin, the Sun tells you things aren't adding up here.
Yeah, that's right. This is the last text that Timothy Jackson received from his mother. That was on July 12th. He was supposed to hear from her 9 days after on the 21st, but Timothy says that's what he's being told right now about what happened, how, when. It's all not adding up.
It's a trip Timothy Jackson was hesitant
Okay,
to support.
Truthful, honest answer.
So that's kind of what happened. She went to Haiti. I'm gonna stop it there so you can go back and watch it later. She went to Haiti to go on a voodoo retreat to be initiated into the Mambo sect, and she didn't make it back. They don't know what happened to her. They've lied to the family. They manipulated the family. The son doesn't even know where her body is. He's trying to get her back. So that's what happened. Okay, so Stephanie says she's going to watch the replay because she came late too. And exposing Haitian broker Leonard, he says he looked. Oh Lord, I ain't gonna say that. Why you say that, Mr. Fraud Alert man? I'm gonna have to look at your channel and see what you're talking about. Okay, so he's saying the man we was just watching in the video, y'all, the black man in the video that was talking to us about the gold and the stuff about people scamming you. He's saying that man is the biggest scammer ever. You ever notice in a church right before they ask for your tithe, they start playing music? Oh, the more you right. Yep. Yep. The more you get excited, the more struck. You get your spirit more high strung, willing to tithe more. Yep, she's right. Miss Israel said people that have seizures are usually demon possessed and are usually mean as HELL. Know from my family members. Wow. Look, how? How did he do that? Exposure. Oh my God. Tell us how. Because honey, we expose the scammers on this show. He scammed one lady out of $20,000 and then published her identity. She is a nurse. How did he scam her? Tell us how he scammed her. What did he do? Is it on your channel? No, this is terrible for this family, this whole family. Yes, it is. At Torba Jordan. Okay, she's saying hi. Okay, exposing Haitian Booker Leonard. You got anything else to say before we get off here? Because we done. That's the conclusion, y'all. Let me read the conclusion. I'm waiting on him. Okay, let's see if he got anything else to tell us. If he got any more tea to tell us that we can sip before we get out of here. In conclusion, I want to tell you guys to please be careful with who you connect yourself with. People have motives that you will not know about, that they will include you in. So let's pray for Timothy Jackson that he finds peace and that he finds answer, and more importantly, that he gets the money that he needs to bring his mom back home. Because that's his biggest concern, to get his mom back home and get the answers that he needs. So if you guys can go on there and just donate whatever you can, $5, $2, whatever. Every little bit counts. Every little bit helps so we can help get her back home. So what we're going to talk about next week, I'm not really sure, because when I was doing the other shows, I got so far behind on people's requests and on videos. So what I'm going to do is look through my emails and look through the comments on what people have requested that I talk about that I didn't ever get around to doing, because I think I'm caught up now. So look, if you had a video that you wanted me to do, please email me again so I can get on it, because I probably forgot, or I probably got busy tied up with one of the other videos. I know the I Am Mara people, I really am trying to understand what's going on with this dude, but it is a lot. It is a tremendous amount. And I swear to you, I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying. So I'm trying to get him, and I'm trying to get some other things too. So if you have a video, please let me know, our video idea or something you wanted me to talk about. She did a video. The lady came forward. He blackmailed her too. Then his ex-girlfriend made videos on him and other clients. Where is it at? Is it on your channel? Is it on your channel? Exposing Haitian Boker Leonard. Is it on your channel so we can go watch it? Boker, what's his name? Boker told one Haitian man he was a scammer. The boy exposed him and the private text. Oh, wow. Good night, Brown Eyes. Good night, T and K. All right, Mr. Exposing. Do you want to email me and give me some more information? You want me to do a show about him, honey? I sure will. Let me send you my email. If you give me some receipts, I will do a show about him. Because it sounds like he's taking advantage of women. Okay, here's my email, Mr. Exposure. Haitian Booker man. Send me some information. Okay, email me. Or you want to come on here, you can come on here and tell us about it. All right. All right, y'all. That is all I have. And I just pray for Timothy Jackson. Let's just pray that he finds peace and he finds the answers and the money that he needs. And you all, please be careful out there. Please be careful. Don't trust anybody and everybody. Don't trust somebody just because they say they're a spiritual person. They could be the biggest liar ever seen, ever known to man. Like he's saying this dude, he promoted you promoted. How did I promote him? Did I promote him, y'all? I didn't promote him. I wasn't promoting him. See, that's why I'm telling y'all that Mr. Exposing man, I didn't promote him. I didn't say, go to his channel, go see him, go be spiritually guided by him. I didn't do that, sir. I showed 2 of his videos and I commented on 2 of his videos. He happened to be right what he was saying about the reclaiming and the initiate, okay? And the other stuff about people having ulterior motives. But I never, ever promoted him. That I did not do. I don't even know him well enough to promote him, Mr. Exposing the Scammer man. I don't even have enough information to promote him. So no, I didn't promote a big old scammer. I might have showed his videos, but I didn't promote him. It's best we know his face. It is. So if you got some more information, honey, send it to me. Obviously, what's obvious? Do you have information? Do you have information or not? Because we can get off of here. Because you saying we did something we didn't do. No, I don't know this man. How am I supposed to know this man? Please tell me how am I supposed to know this man? How do I'm supposed to know him? My name's Kiki Loves Nigeria, not Kiki Loves Haiti. I don't go to Haiti. I don't talk about Haiti. I know a little about Haiti, but I don't know this man at all. I'm serious. I was researching about this lady and I ran across the videos. And his video came up. All right, it's on your channel. Okay, I'm going to look on your channel. You want to come on here and talk about it? You want to come on here and share the information you got? After I talk about it, because I might talk about him. Because if he's scamming people, honey, we need to talk about this. If he's scamming people, we need to put him on here. Haitian broker. Haitian who? Booker Leonard. All right, I'm writing it down so I don't forget your name. All right, y'all. So he said, I'll see the videos. Okay, I'm going to go on there after here. He's a nut. Chill and at exposing. Sure, you don't pretend to know. Sir, she didn't pretend to know him. It was about the woman. We know the woman who we now know was unalived by scammers. You'll see the videos for many, many sources. Okay, good. Did she come back with all of her body? We don't know. She ain't back yet. And do you know that's what they've been saying about these women? Oh my God. Was it the men or the women some people who were dying in other countries? Oh, those women who are pass away who do the BBLs. Yeah, they are keeping their organs. They are taking organs. Yes. Kiki, teach by research facts, videos included. Yes, I sure do. Lord help. Yes. So look, okay, y'all, I'm gonna look into this Haitian broker. Okay. Because no, honey, I don't know him. I don't know nothing about this man. I just did a story to honor this lady who went to Haiti and lost her life, trying to, do a spiritual retreat. That's all. And his videos just happen to come up. All right, but that's all. But no, I don't promote him. I don't even know him. I know nothing about him. Sometimes I don't want to leave. I know that's how I feel. Sometimes you just don't want to leave out your house. But okay, y'all, I'm going to look into this exposing this Haitian broker man, because this African spirituality is, and voodoo is really a big deal. It really is. So we really need to talk about this, because people are scared and they don't want to talk about it and they want to run from it, but you shouldn't. It's nothing to be scared of. All right, so that's all I have. I will see you all next week. Don't forget to check out the GoFundMe, and please don't forget to pray for Timothy Jackson and his family and Miss Dana Jackson. All right, I will talk to y'all next week. Thank y'all for joining me, and have a great evening. Oh, and happy holidays to y'all. All right, bye, y'all. Steph says she's hungry. All right, bye. Have a good evening.